Good morning, dear students. How are you all? Hope fine and safe at home. Yes? Okay. Now, chapter 2. We started chapter 2. Acids, bases and salts. So, in this chapter, we started with properties of acid. Till now, we have discussed 5 properties of acid. First, acids have sour taste. Second, strong acids are highly corrosive in nature. So, should be handled with care. Third, acids are soluble in water. And dissolution of acid in water is exothermic process. Fourth, acids conduct electricity in their aqueous solution. And fifth property which we discussed was indicators. Acids give specific color. Acids show specific color to acid-base indicators. So students, today we will cover 4 more properties of acid. We will discuss 4 more properties of acid. So, the 6th property which we are going to discuss today is reaction of acids with reactive metals. Reaction of acids with reactive metals. Reactive metals means metals more reactive than hydrogen. Okay. So, acid when they react with metals, salt is obtained and hydrogen gas is evolved, plus heat is also evolved. This triangle sign is to show heat. Okay. So, acid when react with metals, which gas is evolved? Hydrogen gas. This will be more clear when I take an example. Okay. So, one of the reactive metal which we are taking is zinc plus hydrochloric acid HCl, dilute hydrochloric acid. Okay. So, when you add zinc pieces to dilute hydrochloric acid, zinc metal, this is more reactive than hydrogen. So, zinc displaces hydrogen. Displaces means remove hydrogen and take its place. Okay. So, what is obtained? Zinc chloride. And this hydrogen comes out in the form of hydrogen gas. Whenever gas is formed, we show upward arrow. Okay. One more thing, in this reaction, heat is also evolved. Heat is released. Okay. So, acid when react with metal, which gas is evolved? Hydrogen gas is evolved. Okay. Now, once we write a chemical reaction, we have to balance it. Okay. Before that, zinc chloride. How will you frame? How you know? The formula of zinc chloride is ZnCl2. For that, you should know the symbol and valency of different elements. Okay. And this you have studied in class 9th. So students, keep on revising the symbol and valency of different cations and anions which you have studied in class 9th. You have a list of cations and anions. So learn the symbol and valency every day. Then only you can frame the formula. Like zinc chloride. Zinc, what is symbol? Zn. And whenever you write a symbol, first letter capital, second letter small, and size should also be small. Okay. Now, valency of zinc is 2 and it is positive ion. Okay. So, plus you will add here. Now, chloride, capital C, small l, and valency is 1 and it is a negative ion. And when valency is different, you remove charge. To frame the formula, when valency is different, remove charge and cross multiply. This 1 will go with zinc. So you will not write Zn1. It is understood. You write only Zn. Then this 2 will go with chloride. So you will write Cl2. So what is formula? ZnCl2. Okay. Now, once you write a chemical equation or a chemical reaction, you have to balance it. Balance means number of atoms of each element in the reactant and the product should be same. Look here. Reactant means the substance before this arrow mark and the substance after the arrow mark, that is product. Reactant means the substance which react, and after reaction the new substance form, that is called product. Okay. So in reactant zinc metal is there, product also zinc metal is there. How many? 1. Okay. Now hydrogen in reactant 1, in product side 2. So you have to balance it. In reactant also you have to make it 2. So in front of the formula you will add 2. Okay. Now this 2 is for hydrogen and also for chloride. Okay. Now this side, how many chlorine atom? 2. This also, how many chlorine atom? 2. Okay. How many hydrogen atom? 2. This side also, how many hydrogen atom? 2. Here, how many zinc atom? 1. This side also 1. Now the equation is balanced. So, to balance an equation, what you have to do? The number of atoms of each element in the reactant and the product should be same. That is called balanced chemical equation. Okay. So, what we were discussing, sixth property, reaction of acid with reactive metals. So, acid when react with metals, which gas is evolved? Hydrogen gas is evolved. So, based on this property, the question which is mostly asked is, metals when react with acid, which gas is evolved? So, which gas is evolved? Hydrogen gas is evolved. Or your question can be, zinc metal when added to hydrochloric acid, which gas is evolved? So, you know zinc is what metal? It is reacting with acid. So, which gas will be evolved? Hydrogen gas. And write the balanced chemical equation, it comes. Okay. So, this is the question mostly asked. Now, practical also you have to perform. In the lab, you have to perform this practical also. Okay. For that, what you will do, you take a test tube. Take in the test tube, dilute hydrochloric acid. Okay. Add to this few zinc pieces. The color of zinc is silver. Add to this few pieces of zinc. Okay. As soon as you add zinc into hydrochloric acid, the reaction starts. And what you observe, some gas starts evolving. You see some bubbles here and some gas coming out. So what is the observation here? When zinc reacts with hydrochloric acid, whenever a reaction takes place, something which you are able to observe when the reaction continues, that is called observation or characteristics of that reaction. So, as you add zinc pieces to dilute hydrochloric acid, what you observe? Some gases come out. Okay, some colorless gas. gas, an odorless gas. Neither color nor smell. Some gas evolves. So which gas is that? That is hydrogen gas. Which gas is evolved? Hydrogen gas. Now, how will you test the gas evolved is hydrogen? Because hydrogen gas is colorless and odorless. No color, no smell. So how will you identify the gas evolved is hydrogen? So what is the test for hydrogen gas? So to test hydrogen gas, bring a burning splinter. It can be a burning candle or a burning matchstick to the mouth of the test tube. Bring a burning splinter. It can be a burning candle or a burning matchstick to the mouth of the test tube. If the gas evolved is hydrogen gas, it will burn with pop sound. Hydrogen gas burns with pop sound. So this is test for hydrogen gas. And this is important, this question comes, how to test hydrogen gas. So what you will do, bring a burning splinter. It can be a burning matchstick or a burning candle to the mouth of the test tube. If the gas which is evolved, if that gas burns with a pop sound, which gas is that? Hydrogen gas. This way you can test the gas evolved is hydrogen when zinc reacts with hydrochloric acid. It can be other metals also. So whenever reactive metals react with acid, which gas is evolved? Hydrogen gas is evolved. So this is one of the observation. This is one of the observation in this reaction. What is the first observation? Evolution of gas. Students, this observation, which is also called characteristics of chemical reaction, you have studied in chapter 1. Okay? So what is the observation? Observation or characteristics of chemical reaction, what does it mean? When a chemical reaction continues, some observable change takes place. That observable change is called characteristics of chemical reaction or observation. So what you are able to observe when zinc reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid? Some gas is evolved. So what is the observation? Evolution of gas. One more observation is there. As the reaction proceeds, if you touch the test tube, it becomes hot. Means the reaction mixture becomes hot without heating. It means in this reaction, heat is evolved. In this reaction, heat is evolved. Means rise in temperature takes place. So what is your second observation? Your second observation is change in temperature. Change in temperature. Students, this observation you can write if there is rise in temperature, reaction mixture becomes hot and the test tube will become hot. If there is fall in temperature when a reaction takes place, the reaction mixture becomes cold and test tube becomes cold. So there what is happening? Heat is absorbed. What is happening there? Heat is absorbed. Okay. So whether there is rise in temperature or fall in temperature, your observation, what you will write? Change in temperature. So in this case, what is happening? Test tube becomes hot. Means reaction mixture becomes hot. Means when this reaction continues, heat is evolved. There is rise in temperature. So what is your second observation? Change in temperature. Okay. Now, one more observation is there. What I said, what is the color of zinc? Silver color. When the reaction continues, what you observe? The color changes to black. Zinc metal turns black. So, what is your third observation in this reaction? Change in color. What is the third observation? Change in color. Okay? Next, one more thing, whenever you write a reaction, you should try to identify this reaction, the type of reaction you should try to identify, because this you have studied in chapter 1, so you can easily identify the type of chemical reaction. Mainly 5 types of chemical reaction you have studied. So, what type of reaction is this? Type of reaction. So here what is happening? Zinc, more reactive than hydrogen. So zinc displaces hydrogen. Displaces means remove hydrogen and take its place. And how many time displacement taking? One time. So, what type of reaction is this? Displacement reaction. So, what is the type of reaction? Displacement reaction. One more type you can classify. In this reaction, the reaction mixture becomes hot. The test tube becomes hot. Means there is rise in temperature. Means heat is evolved. And when heat is evolved, what type of reaction is this? Exothermic. Exo means evolve, release, thermic means heat. So heat is evolved here. So what type of reaction is this? Exothermic reaction. Okay. And suppose if a reaction takes place and the reaction mixture becomes cold, or if you touch the test tube, if it becomes cold, means there is fall in temperature, heat is absorbed. And when heat is absorbed, what type of reaction is that? Endothermic reaction. Endo means absorb, thermic means heat. Heat is absorbed. Okay? So, the sixth property which we discussed is reaction of acids with reactive metals. So, acid when react with metals, which gas is evolved? Hydrogen gas. This is the type of question which can be asked in board exam. Which gas is evolved? Hydrogen gas. Along with that, what is formed? Salt. One more thing, what is evolved? Heat is evolved in this reaction. Second, what type of question can be asked based on this property? Zinc metal when added to dilute hydrochloric acid, which gas is evolved? Which gas is evolved? Hydrogen gas. Okay? Write the balanced chemical equation. You should be able to write the balanced chemical equation. Next, what question can be asked? In this reaction, write 2 observations. So, observations means what? Or it can be asked, in this reaction, what are the 2 characteristics of this reaction? So, characteristics or observation, same thing. Observation means when a chemical reaction takes place, some observable change takes place. How you identify that the reaction is taking place? If any observable change takes place, means reaction takes place. Okay. Suppose if you add stone to water, do you find any reaction there? No. Stone remains as such, water is there, no reaction, no new substance is formed, nothing, no new observable change takes place there. So no chemical reaction takes place there. So how you identify a chemical reaction takes place? Some observable change if occurs, means chemical reaction is taking place. So that is observation. So in this, it can be asked, in this reaction, what are the 2 observations? So what are the 2 observations? 1, gas is evolved. So evolution of gas. Second, reaction mixture becomes hot, means heat is evolved, means rise in temperature. So if there is rise in temperature or fall in temperature, what observation you can write? Change in temperature. And one more is there. What is that in this reaction? Zinc metal, as the reaction proceeds, the color change to black. So one more observation is there. What is this? What is that? Change in color. Next, what can be asked based on this? Identify the type of chemical reaction. So what type of chemical reaction is this? For that you will see zinc is more reactive than hydrogen. What is happening here? So zinc more reactive than hydrogen. So zinc displaces hydrogen. Displaces means remove hydrogen, take its place. One-time displacement taking place. So what type of reaction is this? Displacement reaction. Second, heat is evolved. So what type of reaction? Exothermic reaction. Exo means evolve, thermic means heat. So maximum students these questions can only be asked based on this property. Okay? Any doubt? I think no. Yes?